Here we are in beautiful Baja Tustin at the McNeil International Film Studios, and I'm here to talk about how to do an Excel spreadsheet that calculates the costs for a firm. This is microeconomics. So here's how it goes. I've given you a series of quantities and then the total cost. So here's cost. I'm just going to fill them in. Total, those are the three totals: total cost, total fixed, total variable, then average, and then good old marginal. This is quantity, I'm sorry. Then total cost, total fixed cost, total variable cost, average cost, average variable cost, average, I'll keep it in the same order, fixed, average variable, and marginal cost. Then total fixed cost, cost. There we go. Now I've got the labels all done, and I've shortened the columns a little bit. I've made them a little narrower. So the way you do that is you just up here you select them all, and then grab any of them right at the top there and move them. That'll narrow it. That'll make it a little wider. Yeah, it's a little bit, well, it's okay. Make it a little bit wider. There we go. Okay, now total cost. Let's see, I've got this that's got all of the shorthand and then the names, and then these are the formulas. Total cost is equal to total fixed plus total variable. Average cost is total cost of whatever quantity divided by the quantity you're dividing by. Average fixed cost, you take the total fixed cost and divide it by the quantity you're talking about. Average variable cost, you take the total variable cost of producing whatever quantities you want to calculate and then divide by that quantity. Marginal cost is the change in total cost divided by the change in quantity. It's the cost of that particular unit, not some averaged cost. Okay, so let's start filling them in here. The average cost, the total cost, if you have total cost and you're producing 0 units, that's the fixed cost. So 150. And once I've got that, since fixed costs don't change with output, you just take this little box, that little blue box in the lower right hand corner, and drag it down, and that gives you the, I don't like all those dollar signs, sorry. So I have to do this. Currency, no, just make it a number there. Okay, then total variable cost. We know that total cost is equal to total fixed plus total variable, so I'm going to calculate total variable by subtracting total fixed cost from total cost. So I put in a formula here. Total cost, formula starts with equal sign. There's equal sign. Then total cost, just click on the box that's total cost, then the subtract sign, and total fixed cost, and then return, because that my formula is complete. Yeah, you can't touch anything else because you'll include that in the formula. Okay, so I've got this formula in for total variable cost, that little blue box down in the lower right hand corner of that cell. Just drag it down. There we go. And you can see, there they all are. And once again, I got to get rid of these currency signs. I'm just going to make it a general number. General. There we go. And I missed one here, so I just take it and it'll carry the next, it'll just carry it forward. There we go. Now, average cost is undefined at it's undefined with 0. So I'm just going to put something here to say it's undefined. There. There we go. Average fixed, average variable. There we go. And now we want to calculate the average cost when we produce 2 units. So we take the total cost of 2 units. So I'm going to make a formula equals the total cost of producing 2 divided by sign here, quantity of 2, and then return to close that formula. Now I can take and just drag these, take that lower, select the box, drag it down, that repeats the formula. There it is. I'll get rid of the dollar signs in a minute. Average fixed cost, we take the total fixed cost of whatever quantity we're talking about here, 2 in this case. So the total fixed cost is equals, I'm going to make it a formula, equals total fixed is that cell, and then I'm going to divide by the quantity and hit return to lock that formula, and there it is. Divide $150 of total cost divided by quantity of 2, and $75 is your average fixed cost for each of those 2. So I'm going to take that little box and drag that formula for all of these. Now, average variable cost, you take the total variable cost of producing this quantity. So now we're going to do this 2 quantity again. The total variable cost is $22. So I'm going to make a formula. Average variable cost is going to equal the total variable cost of this quantity, 2 units divided by sign, the quantity, return, there it is. Select it, pull it down for the formula. There we go. And finally, marginal cost. Marginal cost is also undefined at 0 units of output, so there we go. Now, marginal cost is the change in total cost divided by the change in quantity. These are all the formulas down here. So we're after marginal cost. It's the change in total cost divided by the change in quantity. So quantity changes from 0 to 2, and the total cost increases from 150 to 172. So let's put that formula in. Parentheses sign. Oops, equals first. No, parentheses sign. To get the difference in total cost, we take that total cost and we subtract the previous total cost. That'll give us the change in total cost. Close the parentheses. And then we divide by the change in quantity. So, get my parentheses back. This one minus that one. That will give us the change in total quantity. Close parentheses. Done. So the total cost increased from 150 to 172. That's an increase in total cost of $22 divided by a change in the quantity of 2. So 22 divided by 2 is indeed 11. And once again, I can just copy this formula straight on down. There it is, the marginal cost for all of them. And now I want to get rid of all these extra dollar signs. So I go over here to number. I want to format a number. I'm just going to make it a number. Will that work? Yep. And over here I have a problem. They're all centered and I want it all lined up nicely on the left side. So I'm going to click that one. Oh, that one left as well. There we go. And now they're all lined up beautifully. I don't know why this is all bold. So get rid of the bold. And there we have it. We have all of the calculations for a firm. This is a firm in pure competition. This is the simplest look at Excel that you're going to get. I've tried to do it in just a few minutes, so that's nice. And we have Excel classes at IVC. You can take them online as well. You'll learn a lot more than me. And once you learn all the tricks, you can come back and show me a couple of them. But basically, these are the costs and how you calculate them using Excel. It saves a lot of little calculator time. And then I'll tell you what's going to happen next. This is for the Chapter 7. This is the first homework of this type that you have to calculate this stuff. And then in the next homework, I'm going to give you this, and I'm going to say, okay, these are the costs for a firm in pure competition. And this is the marginal cost. And the rule about what to do always has to do with the marginal cost versus the marginal benefits. So let's say that the marginal benefit of producing and selling each additional unit is, we'll say, $47. Well, if this is the marginal benefit, 47 for each unit that you produce and sell, how many should you produce and sell? And the answer is you produce and sell them as long as the marginal benefit of an action exceeds the marginal cost. So 47 exceeds all of these marginal costs, bumpity, bumpity, bump. You're going to produce all of these. Keep producing, keep producing, keep producing, keep producing. Not that one. You're done at that one. Yes, that quantity. You'll produce 20. You will not produce the 21st because the marginal cost of the 21st unit is 57 and you're only getting $47 for it. So if the marginal benefit exceeds the marginal cost, do it. And if the marginal cost, that is like the 21st unit here, exceeds the marginal benefit, don't do it. If you follow that rule, you will maximize your profit or minimize your losses. Subject to one little wrinkle that we get to in the next section. So that's how you do it. That's it. Bye.